Hi guys, what's going on and welcome back to episode 3 of Kingdoms and Castles. So if you remember last time we got our sort of initial village set up. We have now got access to the stone which we managed to sort out in the first episode, and we opened our second stone mine to try and increase production because we had enough spare villagers. On top of that, since we last played, there's been a little bit of a mini update released by the developers which has changed a few very small things with the interface. Plus, I've managed to remember to move my face, so it should now be in the top corners of your screen rather than sort of over the interface down in the bottom down here. So yeah, you can see sort of the villager numbers, total possible numbers, so the number of beds available, and the idle workers. You can set the tax rate. You can see job priority, which is obviously very cool. Allows you to sort of set, so if you want wood to be collected over building new buildings, you can set that and that sort of thing. So it's just a case of continuing to build up. And if you remember last time, we were starting to build up our little first defensive tower over here, which is now on the way. It's got 7 builders collecting stone. We want this because, well, we're in kind of a threat from potential dragons. We've had one dragon fly over in an earlier episode, which is kind of worrying. So we've got to deal with that soon. We've also got to build a tavern or a library or a hospital. I think do we need to do a hospital as well? A peasant want a church, a library or tavern. Okay, so we don't need a hospital yet. Now, so tavern consumes food, but that's perhaps a good one to build. We could build one of them there. Let's do that. We'll build a tavern. Why not? Okay. And that little defence tower there has been built. So then we want a castle, and we're going to want an archer tower, but we haven't quite got enough gold at the moment. Because obviously we tax our residents, but and then once we build like libraries and hospitals, that also then costs tax to build them. So that can all be a bit of a nightmare. So all these people should have full happiness, which they do, has all the things they want. I guess these guys might want more. No, they seem pretty happy with everything they've got. Natural happiness, 69 in home. I think they're just all losing out because of the tavern and that sort of thing. Although that's increased now, we've got a tavern. Now we just need to do a church or library as well on top of that. But first things first, we can now afford this little archer tower, which is what we want to build. A little bit of defence. Doesn't really cover a very large radius, but it's better than nothing. Gives a little bit of defence for us. And then we also need to look at, where was I? So it's whether we're going to build a library or a church. I'm probably going to do a library. It takes a little bit of time to build up a library. It doesn't instantly provide the happiness. Over time, as it gains knowledge, the happiness increases. So the quicker you build it, the quicker it starts to build up. So it's generally a good thing. Once this tower's built, we'll have to start paying soldiers as well. So that'll start to reduce our tax income. It's obviously not so good. How are these guys getting on? 10 stone still. So there's still quite a bit to bring over. But what's the problem? They have to bring it from such a long way. That's something else we can do. Spend some of our money upgrading to stone road, although it costs 5 gold per segment, which is very expensive. Although that will hopefully quite significantly increase travel. I wonder if you can make bridge stone. No, you can only put stone to road. You can't have a stone bridge yet, unfortunately. Maybe that's something I'll add in the future. So we now have enough gold for the library. Where are we going to tag it? We'll tag it there. That'll cover all those houses there, and then then we can build down to the south. Yeah, seems fair. So we've got lots of building jobs on the way. One of our peasants died in mysterious circumstances. Not so good. Is our tower finished? No, not quite. Come on, guys, keep building. We can look at job priority, how short we are on builders. Oh, plenty of builders. That means we've lost. Oh, tax collectors. That's tax collectors has got to be the most important job, surely. Why are we not allowed to have? It's clearly an anti-tax regime. Why are we not? Oh, fire! Sorry, just noticed a fire. Quickly grab buckets. Our house has burned down. That's annoying. Come on, I mean, there's a well right next to them. Surely you'd think the well would help them to prevent another fire's burn. Okay, so we lost 2 houses. That's kind of annoying, particularly considering there's a well like right next to them. So we'll have to rebuild them. Because now people are homeless, so I guess they're going to leave if they don't get new homes built soon. I still don't get why I can't set tax collectors as a higher priority. It just does not want to allow me to do it. It's because so many people are being builders is one of the problems as well. It used to work quite well before. It's obviously a bug they've introduced with the latest beta patch. Sort of means that the priority system isn't working quite as well as it used to. So hopefully our builders will soon finish off some of these buildings, and it will free up a few more peasants to get this stuff built. Obviously got a lot of things on the go at once. We can see, we now have to pay 6 revenue per turn for the soldiers to man the little archer tower. Soldiers get 6 for wages, 6 gold per year. Yeah, that's freed up a few builders. Obviously we want to get these hovels put back up, because that means we are losing out quite significantly on tax as well, because you don't pay tax if they're not actually in a house. Even though we have 69 people, they're not all paying tax. So we've got to look what else we can do. We could start on the road upgrade. I mean, this is our sort of biggest limitation probably. Where are we going to start the road from? Up there. There we go, and that's me out of gold. So we'll get that little bit of road upgraded. 2 hovels are back up, so that's good. Hopefully there isn't an upkeep for road, otherwise that's going to be a nightmare. Hopefully we can get this built, and then it will speed up the rate of people travelling. Which should mean that when people need to get stone, they can travel along here and go get the stone from over here a lot quicker than they can normally. That's what's the aim anyway. Why is happiness so low? These people should all be happy. They have everything they could possibly want. Don't have any charcoal, but there's an abundance. They just need to go and pick it up. They're still building the library. The biggest obviously limitation is there's the stones. It takes them ages to go collect it all. That's kind of a pain. One person left through despair, but another one has recently joined, so we're all going looking good there again. We could try and fit in another row of housing at some point. Let's have a look. Road. So we're going to have a road there. We can either have a road all the way down, like that, which seems reasonable. We could have housing down here, although we need to leave one little route for another road to come out. No one could find homes, which of course they can't. So we'll get this stuff built up. How's the building? Is everything being built? Still got to finish off this library. But everything else I think is built, so we should soon start having 18 builders still. What are they all building? Oh, these roads. Of course. Didn't make sense. I was thinking, why on earth we got 18 builders building like one little stretch of road there, but no, they're all building the stone roads. It's hard because they have to go and fetch it, I guess, which is what takes them time, because obviously they have to go all along the road to actually get what they want. We could increase the tax rate, but I don't know if that would really help me necessarily. Probably not. Let's have a look at building up a few more defences then. In an ideal world, we should be building like sort of a bit of a like a gate and 2 towers, something like that. I mean, we could do that. We could have this as like our port section down there. How are we going to build this? Let's think. If we did another road out here, like that, that would be the most logical probably. So then we would have like a gate there, or there. We don't want it over that bit of road, so we'll have it a gate there, and then we can have 2 castle blocks on either side, and then we can build these towers a little bit higher than this one, because they should be connected, so we should be able to. You can't build a single tower on its own more than 3 blocks high, because I guess it just considers it to be too unstable on the sides. But if you put more blocks next to it, like a wall, you can then build a lot higher when you build that wall up with it. So that's what we're going to have a go at doing now. But again, all this obviously requires lots of builders, which then means we lose things like tax collectors and stuff like that. So I don't know why I don't build more cottages. Would seem sensible. So if we get another couple of cottages going up, then it's not quite so bad, is it? Because then Seems a lot more productive because we'll have more people, we'll have more spare peasants who can then work all the various things. Our food is still teetering okay, 171. We're just about break even, a little above. It's because the tavern takes a little bit of food. It doesn't require any tax, money, gold, that's the word. But it does only increase happiness if it consumes food, which it obviously is doing. But I think, yeah, because of the fact it's not actually staffed, that means it's sort of losing out a little bit on that. But all the builders are set as a high priority. We've got 27 people building. So we've got archers are staffed, but stockpile workers aren't. Barely staffed. Bartenders, tax collectors, charcoal makers, librarians, miners. All these people aren't staffed and can't have their job priority changed anymore. So it's kind of a pain. So yeah, so we need to get a lot more people into town. These people has no food. Too far away and unavailable. Well, there's a granary there with 178 food in it. How can you say food is too far away? Okay, that's strange. We could build a market, obviously, I guess. But that's going to put more people as being builders. Oh, sod it. Oh, what's that build? Yeah. So we've got more people now working. We need to get some of these building jobs finished. That's the problem. And we're also going to run out of charcoal shortly as well, which is going to be a pain. But at least hopefully some of these start to get finished soon. The gate takes a lot of work. But these two castle blocks have nearly been finished. And these two cottages are well on the way. So hopefully they'll get done shortly as well, which gives us more people. And then hopefully things will be looking a little bit better for us. How much food have we got? Yeah, food's still looking fine. Plus 19 for that year. Just a few random people seem to be starving for no real reason. Hopefully people will build the market. And then we'll all be fine. We also need to think about building another well, probably. Somewhere. The problem is, I keep thinking of all these jobs that need to be done, and then that just adds to my never-ending building queue that I can't seem to finish. Come on, finish this bloody cottage. I need the people. And then I need some people to come because we're getting like 8 people visited, but because there's no spare homes, none of them could stay. And then it's only going to be sooner or later, I think, before we get attacked by a dragon, and then that's going to bring a whole host of problems. Roving with stone for the gate, but not wood for my bloody house. There we go, one of them is finished, 81 beds. Okay, so now we just need people to visit our city, so we need the year to pass over. Yeah, no one's got access to charcoal, but those jobs are finished. Okay, and the number of builders is sort of starting to drop down, so we've got stockpile workers, bartenders, tax collectors are back. Still no charcoal makers though. Oops. We've got a little bit of tax money back in. 9 people, 6 stayed. Okay, it's a little bit better now. Not quite so many building jobs. Okay, let's stick it back on fast forward. I still can't believe we haven't actually been attacked yet. Ooh, which is kind of surprising. I really thought there'd been a Viking invasion or a dragon would have tried to burn something down by now. But it doesn't seem yet to have been the way. It's also going to be a risk if the Vikings like land over here or something and just attack my stone mines. That's going to be really annoying. But obviously is kind of a risk that could well happen. So everything is still being built. Nothing really to do other than just to wait for these few things to sort of be finished off. Our gold income is starting to look up, which is obviously good. We could squeeze in a little windmill there. How much bonus would that give to these food outputs? Could look at doing that actually. Squeeze in a windmill there. And then we'll also squeeze in a well. Because as we sort of said earlier, fire seems to be a persistent threat. I don't know if fields can catch fire. It wouldn't surprise me with this game. Everything seems to be able to catch fire. Come on people, build! I've got 80 people, 5 stayed. So we're getting there. We're still not filled all our jobs though, which is kind of surprising. I guess we've got our 21 builders again. Yeah, we've got 1 charcoal maker has opened up. No librarians, no miners. Yeah, because they've got 1 out of 15 knowledge stored, so that gives 1 happiness. I think once you get up to the full 15 knowledge, then that provides a 15 happiness bonus across everything in range, which is everything. So that'll be quite good. Oh, we have got a plague. Okay. Do I have a hospital? No. Do I, hell? Okay, so we're going to lose a lot of people here, I think. Darn it. Yeah, we'll squeeze a hospital in there out of the edge. That's kind of annoying. I think all these people are going to end up dying, basically, because the hospital is obviously going to take ages to build. 40 stone is just going to take them years to transport that all the way back down. How much faster do people go on this stone? Oh, he's dying. Dying. So we're down to 60. I think I might declare a festival. So by declaring a festival on the exchange, then I think that draws in more people, because we just lost 20 peasants to the plague. We're down to 60. We're now having sort of a population crisis. We've got 33 spare beds to fill, so I think it's worth hosting a festival to try and get a lot more people back in. Well, that's the hope anyway. The market's finally coming together. Yeah, hospitals are going to take ages. No one wants to stay, obviously, because happiness is really down, because everyone's sad that everyone's just died of the plague, which is kind of understandable. So hopefully this festival will force a few people to actually stay. Yeah, oh, 17 we gained. Okay, well that was worthwhile for 50 gold, I think, because we desperately needed those people, because we've barely got enough. We must have loads of building jobs on the go. 18. Yeah, I wish that priority list still worked. That's an annoying feature that stopped working in the last patch, because that's very handy. So we've just got the hospital. This little tower here has been sort of built up, which is what we wanted. A few more people staying. Now we've got a bit more money as well. I think we're going to prioritise stone road building. So we'll just see how much we can spend given how much stone we've got, basically. Build this whole... There we go, I've run out of something. Gold. Has that given everyone a building? Well, yes, it has. 27 builders. Then now all these people are all going to go and walk to the stone quarry all the way over here to the stockpile to collect stone. Still a bit of stone stored there. Oh, and there's a well there as well. Okay, cool. That's going well. Little quickly has quite rapidly developed actually into like at least a little something of a village. It's kind of nice. All these people have got, all the builders have come to collect vast amounts of stone. 3 more people found a satisfactory home. So we've still got a lot of jobs to fill. Marketeers fills 10 people. Wow, can't believe that fills 10 people. Market carry extra food and charcoal to the market to create easy access for the heads of household. I can't believe that uses 10 peasants just to man the market. Wow. A little unexpected. It's a lot more than I was planning on. We're going to have to start building more homes again soon because we're going to run out. The hospital is just miles away from being built. That needs more than 5 builders, really. I guess we could conceivably try and fit in a small stockpile around here somewhere. Is this going to be anything, or is that just going to be farms? It's just going to be farms, so we don't want to build a road across there. So that would be a good spot for a little small stockpile then. Doink, just there. Some of our farms are getting flooded by the heavy rain. It's going to knock back food production, I suspect. We're up to 90 people now, so it's starting to look a little bit better. Whoops. It's starting to at least fulfill some jobs. Hopefully. Go away. 30 builders. What do we need 30 builders for? On my roads. Yeah, I guess so. So that's where all the workers are going at the moment, all trying to build. I wish this rain would get lost, which it has. Excellent. Yeah, the stone is really the biggest limitation with this game at the moment for me. Obviously, it's not the game's fault; it's my map choice fault. But obviously, it means people have to go to travel so far to get stone. It kind of makes it hard to do these. At least now with these roads on the way, that should save a little bit of time. People do move around quite quickly when they're on the roads. So that should at least speed up the rate of building. I've still got quite a bit more to do to the hospital still. I've not looked at the advisors yet. A mighty keep to house royalty such as yourself. grow more food. Some of our quarries have no place to store their stone. Good day. Hello. Good day. That's rather pointless. So I think we'll think about something to draw this one to a close. We're about at 20 minutes, I think. Let's have a quick look. Make sure our stone quarry. Oopsie daisy. Into the forest. Our stone quarries still have got room. Yeah, there's plenty of room in that quarry, in that stockpile. And there is here. It's a little fuller at times, but it seems to be okay. So that's good. If we start a stockpile down here, it's possible that we may get a stockpile worker who's just going to carry stone down here, which may then make job easier for the builders. Because look, well, that stone road is now built, which is lovely. It looks nice, if nothing else. That lovely stone road. And hopefully, because there's now less builders, only 5 builders. So we've got archers are full, stockpile workers are full, bartenders, tax collectors, charcoal workers, librarians, miners, granary workers. All bar the windmill worker. We're 1 person short, which is a little unfortunate. We shall certainly have to get more houses built then, I think. We'll just do that, briefly plan out this section of road look while we're here. We'll connect that one up there. So this gives me a few little options on where I want to place stuff. I could conceivably not have built that one there and built 2 cottages there. Or perhaps have just a row of hovels. We could have a manor house. Oh, that's going to take up a lot of work. See, people are now ill again. Well, but the hospital is still not yet built. Oh, I don't know. A crisis for another day. So, I think we'll end the episode here. Hopefully you're continuing to enjoy the Kingdoms and Castles series. I don't know if I would say things are going well. I think we're about to lose a lot of people to the plague. Unless they get this hospital built pretty sharpish. This obviously, the stone situation, as I say, is very annoying. But on the positives, I remembered to move my face to the right of the screen. So you can now at least see the user interface like I can. So if you've enjoyed this episode, please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel for more Kingdoms and Castles content. And thanks guys, and I shall see you on the next episode.